Somebody say, step out and go forth. What I want to share with you is a prophetic dream that I had. It was confirmation for me, so I know it is going to be confirmation for somebody who needs to hear this. This is going to be the fuel to your fire. Let us go into this dream, and as I'm speaking on it, put yourself in this position. See yourself. This dream takes place outside. I was in a long line of people, different type of people, men and women, everybody from different backgrounds. And as I'm standing in the back of this line towards the back, we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. So all of a sudden in a dream, I got this sense of urgency to step out of the line. And as I'm looking around at everybody, I'm realizing, like, why are we just standing here and nobody's making a move? And it was almost like in a dream, God was revealing to me of how, we were just programmed, just sitting like sitting ducks, waiting on something to happen, waiting on something to move. And I looked at everybody and I said, why y'all just standing here? Let's go. You do know that you can move. And everybody was just looking at me. Nobody would move. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go to the front of the line and see what's going on. Because there was a mission that I was on. And I wasn't going to just wait. And as I got to the front of the line, there were these two sisters there. There were elderly women of African American. And when I got to the front of the line, they looked at me and they said, you go ahead, baby. We up here for people like you who want to go ahead and go forth. So I looked at the lady and I said, okay, thank you. The revelation that I got from this dream is about how so many people are stuck in life like a sitting duck. And you're waiting on this person to move so that you can move. And then when you move, this other person gonna move. When God says to step out and go forth, what is it in life that you've been wanting to do? Where is it that you've been wanting to go, but you're just still sitting on here waiting on something else to happen when you can step out and go forth? You don't need another person to have this or have that just for you to do what it is that you need to do in life when all you need is God. Come on now. Come on. Sometimes all you got to do is step out and go forth. See, people were sitting in this line. And when I tell you, it reminded me of the world that we live in, how we're just sitting and waiting on this to happen, that to happen. Being in that place of procrastination. Being in that place where sometimes we're a little lazy. Being in this place where you won't move unless this person do something. Well, till the money come, or till my friend come through with this, until my mama do this, or till my daddy do this. You have to understand that you got to step out and go forth. Because when I got to the front of the line, there were people already in position. Come on now. There were already people in position to support me to go forth in what I was trying to do. Come on now. All you got to do is step out and go forth. What are you waiting for? So I walked on. And in the dream, I was on a mission. I was going to meet with someone about some business, something that I wanted to do. So I got to the hotel. It was a nice, fancy hotel, and I met with these people. There were some business people, and I was telling them, this is what I want to accomplish. This is what I want to wear. This is what I want to do. One of the people were for it. They said, okay, let's do it. And the other person was kind of, a little bit stubborn about it. But then I kept on, being persistent about what it was that I was trying to do. And eventually, the other business, person said, okay, let's go on. Let's go ahead and do it. We're going to catch a flight back to your town and, let's get ready to work. So, and then I woke up from this dream. Let me share this with you. It was 10 years ago when I met my spiritual father. He is a prophet. He traveled around the nations. And when I met him, he prophesied over my life and he said, you have a lot of dreams and things that you want to do. And you know what he told me? He said, you make it happen. Make it happen. And I come here to tell you today, go make it happen. Because I'm going to tell you, I didn't have nobody to put money behind me. I didn't have big connections to get to where I'm at right now. All I had was God, and that's all you need. He will open up the doors. He will open up the way for you If this is God's will for your life and what you're trying to do, seek God for your purpose. And when you know that this is your calling, step out and go forth. Do not get stuck in that cycle. Do not get stuck in a generational curse where you cannot get off the porch. I'm telling you right now to step out and go forth. If this not prophetic, I don't know what it is. Come on, catch them diamonds. He told me to make it happen. And when he told me to make it happen, I was so frustrated because at that age in my life, I'm like, how? I don't know nobody that can get me to this place. I don't know nobody who can teach me about that. But I'm going to tell you what, stepping out, going forth look like. I'm going to tell you what making it happen look like. I got on Google. I started doing research on the very things that I wanted to do. I started gaining understanding about it. I started trying to teach myself. See, I reached out to people before to help me. How do I start a brand? How do I get my company off the ground? They never responded, but I'm so glad that they didn't because it put me in a position to research and be educated on my own. You understand? You do the work and make it happen because you can make it happen, especially when God is with you and this is your purpose. Come on, catch them diamonds. And let me tell you this right here. Do not wait until you have everything perfect. And this is what I mean. My first video, my motivational video that I did, in our minds, we always think, I'm going to wait till I get the background. I'm going to wait till I get my hair done. I'm going to wait till I get my hair cut. Whatever it is, don't wait. Because my first video, my hair was not as long as it is now. It was two little braids to the back. I ain't look all that. But I'm going to tell you something. That first video that I made is what broke the ice and put me where I am now. That's all it takes. Don't wait until you get everything that you want to have to make it look perfect so you can look all professional. No. Let everybody see you go from the bottom to the top, from the pit to the palace. See, you got to think about Joseph's story. That is my favorite story. Think about Joseph and what he went through. But God used everything that happened to him. He used it and got the glory because when Joseph's family needed him, guess what? Joseph was in the palace to help his family. Come on now. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Go read about Joseph and catch them diamonds. See, God is trying to get you to step out and go forth so that when things happen, you will be up there to be able to help pull those people along that you had to step out and move on from. See, God is just trying to position you, but you got to step out and go forth. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Step out of that line. Stop being so programmed by this world. You don't live for the world. You live for the kingdom of God. So you got to step out and be bold. Come on now. I'm going to close my message by saying this right here. Remember when I arrived to the hotel to meet with those business people. And remember when I left successfully. What I had went on a mission to do, I conquered it because God already had them in place. God had them in alignment to help me do what I was trying to do. I'm going to tell you something my great grandma told me. May she rest in peace. She told me when I was in my early 20s, she said, God will send the people to help you get to where you're trying to go. Come on now. And I'm just coming to tell you today, you better step out and go forth because God already got people in alignment. He's just waiting for you. God already went ahead of you. And God is trying to send you ahead so that you can be a blessing to other people who are still waiting. Just like the two elderly women told me. They said, we are here for people like you. They supported me to go in front of them. Maybe some people can't move no further. So God is counting on you. You may be the one God is counting on, that chosen one. That God will use to be a blessing to other people's life. Now step out and go forth. What are you waiting for? Catch them diamonds.